You're listening to Talking Impact with Team Venom.
Hi and welcome to a very special episode of Talking Impact with Team Venom. I'm your host Rory Bailey, and for this week's episode we're doing something a little different to usual, because usually we'd be reviewing that week's Impact as well as any pay-per-view specials or Impact Plus specials that have happened. But this week we've got a very, very special guest and treat, and that is a exclusive one-on-one interview with TNA World Heavyweight Champion Moose. So here you go. Enjoy, folks. So firstly, we're just a few days removed from Final Resolution, which ended with you raising Rich Swann's hand to close out the show. After weeks of things getting heated between the pair of you, it was a surprising moment. So I've got to ask, why'd you do it?
Just to send a message. I mean, not all messages needs to be physical. It was just a subtle message sent.
Thank you. Well, the next major Impact Plus event is going to be Genesis on January the 9th, which is available in the UK on Premier Sports. What can you tell us about your plans for Genesis, and will it be the long speculated title versus title match with Swann?
I could tell you, the only thing I could tell you that is not going to be the title versus title match versus Swann, but I will be in the main event, but you just have to watch to find out who I'll be wrestling.
Okay.
And what the stipulations will be.
Okay, thank you. Well, speaking of title versus title matches and the potential for that, there's been a lot of speculation about the current AEW champion Kenny Omega going after some of the titles in Impact. What are your thoughts on this, and would you be up for a potential showdown with him?
I have no thoughts. I mean, I think it's a good thing that we have a working relationship with AEW, I guess, if that's what it's called at this point. But as of Kenny Omega, I have no comments towards Kenny. I have no problems with him. He hasn't done anything that would make me mad or piss me off or to feel worried. So I like Kenny. I respect Kenny. So we'll see what happens. But no comment on his involvement with Impact and whatever title everybody thinks he might be going for. I mean, I think he has other things to worry about than what title and Impact Wrestling he needs to get. I mean, he's an AEW World Champion, so I mean, he has a bullseye on his head, right? So,
yeah,
not worried about it.
Fair enough. Well, when we first spoke to you 3 years ago, you were about to head into Bound for Glory 2017 to team with Stephan Bonner against Lashley and King Mo in one of the featured matches there. At this year's Bound for Glory event, you faced off against EC3 for your TNA title in what's considered one of the best matches of this year. How did the experiences stack up for you?
It's just another day in the office. I mean, I have a lot of experience in wrestling big time pay-per-view matches. So me versus EC3, it was just another day at the office. That's what I do, and that's why I'm a professional, and that's what I'm going to keep doing in pay-per-views to come.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you've been consistently one of the biggest highlights in Impact for years, but that took things to the next level earlier this year when you brought back the TNA Championship. What made you bring that title back, and was it your decision, or was it someone in the office that suggested it to you? How did that come about?
It was an idea that was brought together and brought to my attention, and I thought it was a great idea, and I took it and did the best that Moose can do with the idea I'm given. And yeah, it's definitely been refreshing, something new on TV, and I mean, and we'll see how it ends. Like, there's a lot of speculations that it's going to be a title versus title match, or Impact will be another title in the company. I mean, but the good thing is people are talking about what might and what might not happen, so that's always good. when it's buzzed. So, but you just have to watch and find out what's going to happen with the title. Or
Okay. Well, with regards to the TNA Heavyweight Championship, we've seen you defend it against quite a few different legends that have been on the roster today. Is there anyone from Impact's past that you'd like to defend the title against?
I mean, the one guy that comes to mind, and that goes back to your question before with the whole AEW and Kenny Omega thing. I think when you think of the TNA Impact World Championship, or the TNA Heavyweight World Championship, one name that comes to mind is Sting.
Yeah.
And now that we have a quote unquote working relationship with AEW, I mean, Sting might be somebody that I would like to put on the list of guys who I have put the TNA Heavyweight Championship on the line against and beat. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
okay.
that's a one name that comes to mind.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I'll wrap this up because I know we don't tend to have much time for these. But thank you very much for your time tonight. It's been great, and thank you for all the entertainment you've given us all over this year, especially with the TNA Championship run. So thank you very much.
Thank you.